guys, what's going on? FY My Pawn here, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we had dealt with some Drakari who had been dealing with our planets for quite a long time, and we effectively went on a crusade to deal with them, or at least as much as possible. Now, the guy is expecting us to go visit him on a raid. However, I do not plan on doing that. I'm going to ignore him and move on our merry way. So, here's what we're going to be doing. Before we ended off, we did try to save some Aeldari, but unfortunately, things just didn't work in our favor. They ended up dying, or at least one of the groups have been dead for quite a while. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be exploring any foreign planets that we haven't visited before on the right side, before going to the left. And hopefully, by the end of today's stream, we will reach Kiava Gamma, we will have done some stuff in there, and who knows, maybe we'll find more to do beyond that point, but I digress. Without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. Alright. So, excuse me. Currently, we've already explored this planet. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go to Latonian's Passage here. I'm going to warp over here, grab that planet, and explore that. We will also go over to some of the other planets. Mainly just to get to the Nameless Star, which I do believe is one of the other planets. But we need to focus on going to the Twin Star system, because there is 2 quests there. So we're going to go all the way over to down there, and we're just going to follow this belt, essentially, in order to gather what we can. But in order for that to happen, we need to go to Mundus Valentius. So no matter what, we have to go back here, to warp over to here, to Lotonian Passage, and then we can start making our way down. We will make some of the trips a little easier on ourselves by going to Forgotten Twins and all that jazz, but other than that, we'll just keep it very simple. We are going to have to make sure our navigator's insight is, scaled up, but I digress. It shouldn't be too hard to deal with what we're doing right now, but I digress. And if I'm correct, yep, as long as we don't go to Litoribum Militaria, or whatever it's called, we should be able to avoid going further into story, but we need to go far here, because that is the core of where we're going to get the final planet of our installments of the colony management. As you can see, we've been really faithful in our grabbing of, abilities and all that, so we've been doing quite well. Other than that, it's just a matter of leveling things up. We got a few things that we can't level up here and there, but I digress. This one just needs more effort here. And this one needs adamantine, I believe, so yeah. Just a matter of time before everything's set up with the rest of the things here. But yeah. Gonna warp here. And we're gonna go to the Latonian Passage here, I do believe. Here we go. We're going to chart new routes. This is an annoying area here, but that's fine. We're just going to move on into this area here. And this should help us a little bit. We got some unknown ships here. Nothing too crazy. We'll explore this area. We'll go from there. Okay, we are given an unidentified ruins, which we can go to. We are going to save here, because I know for a fact this is going to get us nice stuff. There we go. We're going to save like so. And if we find planets like this, we are going to explore them, because I'm at a comfortable level now that I am confident I can fight anything and be quite nice. I just need to keep my stacks of versatility skyrocketing. If I can do that, I'm basically going to be fine. Of course, I'm going to have to make sure I got a high-quality weapon come the future, because Heavy Bolter is nice, but it hasn't been doing much for us long-term. Well, for damage, I should say. Oh, it's this. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
This is going to get really dicey really quick.
What do we have
well,
here?
in the future, but I digress. Remains of an unknown structure are haphazardly revealed. But yeah, no, we need that, I do believe. That is one of the two items we need for this area here, to put it lightly. You'll understand why in a moment. We're going to do some athletics checks here.
Get the job done.
Just to get us some experience. There we go.
Just as I
done and done. Alright, we can activate the warp pedestal, and we've got a few bundles of things. We're going to save here. So far, things seem quite nice. Oh, I've not saved, apparently. There we go. Now it's saved. I don't know why it didn't save, but whatever, I guess. We'll clear this area. We are given a pattern here.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
But yeah, no, these indicate a puzzle of sorts, to put it lightly. Curled up in an unnatural position, it is... Yep. But yeah, no, we're given a little symbol here. We can do a demolition here if we want. Blow up this rock.
That's how it's done.
There we go. It'll get us some experience, to say the least. Always nice. Now, I do believe this does provide a puzzle of sorts. I'll make a lore... Yeah, here we go. We suffered a fresh injury, though, if we fail, which sucks. That's perfectly fine, though. We'll manage. I do believe I could just save and then reload once again and go from there, but I digress.
Just as I planned.
Oh, I did succeed. Okay.
Rise to the top,
so you just suffer an injury regardless. That sucks.
I always get the job
there we go. Let's heal up so that way we don't suffer the wound.
I owe you a debt.
And we should probably equip another medkit just to be safe. We are going to start getting Church of Surgeon kits, which are really nice. They effectively remove traumas. They're not as good as like large medkits or whatnot, but they do their job. Regardless.
Keep your wits about you.
A warp apparition, huh? Was it me who carved this out? Why can't I remember anything? Alright, now, if I recall correctly, if we hit this...
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes.
Yep, so there is a bit of an interesting situation here.
Let us not dawdle.
Now, this is the easiest part of the puzzle. It seems the pattern no longer works. Or at least, for this, it doesn't work.
My options open.
So, what you gotta do is you got to do this. And do that. Then you do this. Like so.
I always have a backup plan.
Like so. And finally, you redirect this energy beam over to here. And, if you have done it right, there you go. You get yourself a pentagram here. And you get yourself the Ancient Foresword. We've added that to cargo, apparently, so I'm actually going to open up our cargo. Well, we need to open up our cargo here. Hold on. Let's go by newest to oldest. Yep, there we go. Add to inventory. Not sure why it's not doing that. I'm not sure why it's being janky, but we put that in. And now we can do this puzzle here. Because without that other symbol, it basically just means that we've got to do this move here. But ultimately, it's going to be a bit crazy. Let's save here, because I need to be careful here, I do believe. Because this is going to get really dicey, if I recall correctly. Seems the pattern does not work any longer. Okay. There is an alternative method in order to make this work. We just need to do it this. We just need to do it the opposite way, I do believe.
Or get left in the
Ow.
dust.
Oh, right, there was the alternate method. We could do the pentagram here as well. We just have to do it this way, I do believe, is the alternative method. Okay, so we go there, I do believe. And then go to here. Ow.
Didn't flinch.
I do recall that there is a method. I just can't remember.
I won't forget
It's been a
this.
while.
I'll make sure
I'll
to
find
return
it.
the
I'll find
favor
it.
one day.
No worries.
Keep your wits about you.
Let's see. Okay, so let's see. So it goes here, to here, to here. Alright, so to here, to here, to here, to here, to here. So we need this energy beam, I do believe, to go to there. Okay.
I always keep my options open.
I feel like there was a... Ow. Yeah, no, that just doesn't work. Okay.
Always
Does this
keep your
work,
eye
then?
on the prize.
Damn it.
I owe you a debt.
You know what? Maybe a load's here necessary. I know there's two solutions to this problem. I just need to recall it. It's been a while, as you could probably imagine. Okay.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Okay, well, first we do this.
I always have a backup plan.
And if we do this, it can connect there. And then... Ow. Nope. Yeah, so that pattern is no
Keep
longer
your wits
usable.
about you.
Okay. I mean, I could do this and there.
Rush not dawdle.
But this is probably going to hurt us, isn't it? Let's save just to be safe. You never know.
Is there money to be made?
And if I do this... And this way I can actually turn it properly, I do believe. So let's see. So down to here. Huh, okay. Just trying to recall. I could
Rise
just
to
have
the
this
top,
direct to
or
here,
get
but
left in
I
the
don't think that
dust.
would cut it, yeah. If I do that, that would hurt us because this would cross beams. Okay, okay, there's this. Alright, there you go. And what about here? That'll connect to that one. And that'll hurt. Okay. I do know there's two solutions to this problem, but once you get that two solutions, then things just go haywire, I do believe. But you do get a reward for your troubles, though, I do believe. So it's just a matter of figuring out that elusive golden zone. The hint is these two, obviously, so... Let's see. That's a load. But yeah, you basically gotta avoid crossing beams. Do that and you're good, I think. Ugh. You can tell this is annoying, though. So I can connect it to here. And there.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
But once I go any further than this, it basically ruins it. So if I go here then, what happens?
I've faced worse than this.
Okay. Okay,
Keep your
let's
wits
see.
about you.
Okay, if I go here, and I go here, and then... Okay, so connected to there, we'll swap it to here.
I always have a backup plan.
And then it's over. Okay. And if I connected it there, it's over. Okay. And then if I connect this to here, it's not connected to there, so I can actually connect it to here. But and then this connects to here, which connects to here, which will break the sequence. So it's not that good. So if I return to cycle here, go here. Okay, I just gotta figure out the sequence, essentially. Okay, so let's go off an assumption here. So we need the last laser to hit here. So this connects to here. It'll go in a rotational pattern, putting it simply. So if we want it to rotate, we want it to go ideally without conflicting these, loops. This one is not the most ideal choice, for obvious reasons. Because if I connect it to here, so we basically got to go counterclockwise with our choices to a degree. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just going to try and wing it. Ow. Right. Completely forgot about that. You can't go backwards, otherwise you're just going to hurt yourself. And this doesn't really work because that'll connect to there and it just break the chain, thus injuring you.
My options open.
And doing this to here will only break the chain, so this to here is not a viable solution. So go there. Eh? What? Huh? Huh? Hold on. So this is providing power to this. This is providing power to this. What? Huh? What?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, so maybe here? This is really weird. I don't know what I've done. I've done a cursed thing. Do I just have to hit the two laser bits here? Is that what's going on here? There we go. Okay, so this one connects to here. And connect... I don't know what I did there. That was weird. Okay, so this beam essentially needs to go here. Okay, so that's not going to be it. So we need this beam to go here.
Keep your wits
So
about
what
you.
happens if I go here then, with this energy beam? Okay, so the beam goes there. Okay. So as long as I can get the two signals here, we can basically be fine. So we need two signals to go in, I do believe. Or at least, we need to connect all of these so that way they connect into one area. Okay, so... yeah, this beam connects into here, but it doesn't work as far as I'm aware, because it doesn't work like that. Yeah, the pattern no longer works. Okay. So that's one
I
pattern.
always have a backup plan.
Now, of course, there was the second plan, which was the diamond here.
Is there money to be made?
And then we go from here to here. And this was the second pattern that we could do. This pattern no longer works. So we need another pattern that will allow us to connect to this one. Maybe here? No. Okay. Well, we know the diamond and the circle are off the table, so there is another method that we can utilize here, I would imagine. It's just a matter of figuring that method out, more than anything. Now, if I were to go here, then, what would happen? That'd be a little different than what we're doing. And what would happen here, then? Okay. That wouldn't cut it, so if we were to get this here...
I always keep my
and that's
options
not
open.
viable. Okay, so what brings this as a problem then? Okay, so this goes here. And what about this? That's because it, you know, conflicts the laser, as expected. Okay. That would explain it, yeah. Because, you know, you can't go right straight back, otherwise it just doesn't work as intended. I mean, I could just go to there. Oh, but that would conflict, because, yeah, no, that would not work as intended.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Maybe I could...
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
I got an idea. If I do that, then I can go down to here. Okay, now the question is, can I make it so, I can keep the power here without too much hassle? Let's see, so we're currently connected there, but we need more than that. Let's see. Yeah, so if we connect it to... We need this to connect here, but we need this to focus off here, so that way we don't conflict the beams. So this one needs to move. But moving it here is going to conflict with that, so moving this one to here might be ideal. That'll cut the signal for most of it, though, is the problem. And if we conflict there, it's only going to hurt us, so... So this goes here. Not going to cut it, though.
Is there money to be made?
I feel like I almost had it, it's just... I don't know. We could certainly do better. I guess I could Google search it. I just wanted to be... I wanted to try and solve it, you know, without relying on Google. Oh, but wait. If I do that, then I can... No, I can't. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
I thought I could be smart there. You know what? Let's just Google search it. I apologize for, you know, delaying so much, but whatever. It was me trying to be smart. Oh well. Let's see. Here we go. There should be 2 solutions here. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so we need to get it to the bottom left. So, bottom right, bottom left. Okay. So, the bottom left pedestal, there is... Alright, so the top left pedestal, but rather, bottom left pedestal to the top left pedestal.
Always
So we
keep your
go
eye on the
here.
price.
Oh, I know what needed to do. Okay. It's been a while, but yeah, I know what we need to do. Yeah, so top left pedestal to top right to bottom right pedestal to central. Okay. I was just being wonky about it, but yeah, no, do
Rise
that.
to the top, or get left in the dust.
And do the pattern here. Now, we need to save here specifically, because this is going to get really dicey, but ultimately, it does serve a similar pattern, and it will get you an additional reward by doing it this way. So, doing it that way,
I always keep my
we will
options
net
open.
you a nice little item. We'll get the Chains of Domination, which is whenever you kill an enemy, you will receive a stacking 5 bonus to willpower until the end of combat. I don't think I need to state how good this is, especially if you're dealing with armies. But, yeah. However, in doing so, yeah,
No mercy to those who oppose
the horrors of the warp
Valencius.
come crawling in. So, yeah. Be careful about that, to say the least. Be prepared for horrors of the warp to come in at your doorstep to cause problems, as you can probably imagine here. Naturally, given the circumstances, we are going to want to get to the most convenient corner here. So we're just going to march our way over here. Alright, we're going to rapid fire, concentrated fire here. This is going to put us in a bit of a dangerous situation, but it could be worse, to be fair. Alright.
It's as good as done.
Lay into the damage here. Hoorah! And just to play it safe, we will have the hammer out. And we'll just pray this is enough. Oh, it seems like we've been kicked back for some reason. And I don't know why. Apparently the game doesn't like us sitting there, but you know what? Whatever. It's cool. Alright, we are dealing with a Void Scream and another attack from the Screamer here. Interesting. Okay, we can go for some combat maneuvers here. Alright, we are going to go for some knockdown, preferably here.
On it.
Nice. We got another hit here by using Wildfire. This will prove nice. Even if we get the parry, that's fine. We can increase our parry skills by using Cautious Approach. And just increase our AC. There we go, 125 now. That certainly help as we go. And it appears the pink horrors are not going to be throwing their bombs, but they are going to be doing their slashes to run in, attack, and then run back out. But that's perfectly fine by me, because we're just going to be dodging as much as we can here. And so far, it seems to be working. Okay, we are going to go for a well-placed swing here. Nice. We're going to go for a concentrated fire here, followed by a wildfire to give us an extra attack. And we're just going to go hammer time for a while, until we're good to go. They're going to keep doing their shenanigans of running back and forward, but considering we are quite good on our, defenses now, we're actually going to do quite well in defending. Especially when it comes to violence. Okay, we are going to go for another area of effect here. Alright, that's parry, that's fine. Do another wildfire here. On a swing. There we go. We're up to 7 versatility stacks. We'll be managing quite well, all things considering. They keep moving in and out of range, so we'll be fine. Pink cores are actually going to resolve themselves to getting more, but I digress. We'll just live with our decisions. Alright. I guess what I can do here is I can swap over to the gun here. We can go over to rapid fire and concentrated fire just to keep it up. There we go. And what we can do is we can just do a straight up 86 tier and really lay into this guy. Bada boom.
Before crossing me.
It's damage, to say the least. It won't give us that many stacks, but considering the fact that we're going to get so much, we might as well just take it. I guess we should probably stick with the hammer, though, just to increase our stacks. Because we're going to make it very cheap in, like, a really quick time. Yeah, it's now down to 1 stack. So if I do the... Yeah, if I do rapid fire here, and I just go with the rapid fire boost, we can go for a triple attack here. And then we can just do wildfire here, give ourselves another stack. And take out the screamer. There you go. We swap over to the hammer, and yeah, there we go. Pink cores are gonna just start trying to deal with us, but to no avail. And yeah, they're just gonna move back and forward until they've taken us out, to no avail. And because they've lined up like that, I'm actually going to just go for them. Let's go for the rapid barrage here. This. Let's go for a wildfire shot here.
I'll make it happen.
There we go.
I'll see to it.
Alright, we'll run a gun here.
Let's make some opportunities.
Okay. We're gonna move over here and just go for a combo here. There we go. Or try to. No avail. They're gonna start moving up. Pow. There we go. Manifested 2 more of the blue horrors. But they're gonna have a rough time now. Alright, we are going to swap over to here. We are going to move up right here. There we go. Pop these. Just barrage in the center here. Hoorah. Wildfire, just for extra measure. Yep, there we go. Alright, and with that, I swap over to hammer time. There we go. Okay, it seems like they have decided to not run at us. Okay. Or these guys have decided not to run, I should say. mean, I could turn off defenses at this point, and I should be fine.
Who, if not
Why not?
me?
Let's just do this. There we go. Activate this. Alright, we're just gonna follow up with another hit. Alright, nice. We will then do concentrated fire here, I guess. And just completely demolish this way. There we go. Nice. 16. I do believe more enemies are going to start coming towards us, but I don't know, is the thing. Okay, we're going to go for a strike against you, I suppose. There we go. Let's do a wildfire here. Alright.
On it. Who, if not me?
19. Yeah, they stand no chance at this rate. Jesus. Not sure why this guy just keeps running away, but whatever. Alright, let's reload here. This will provoke, but that's fine. We got plenty of means to parry this.
I'll see to it personally.
Alright, we're gonna concentrate fire here.
I'll make it happen. Enemy down.
Alright, swap over to the gun. Or rather, the hammer, rather. And at this point, I do believe I can just go ham with the... I could just go ham. There's no harm in it, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, we're gonna save here. We will save on Pain. We're gonna delete Pain 2, I do believe. There we go. We'll delete this as well, because we don't need that. Gonna save on Pain here, there we go. Just to be safe. I don't want to risk myself.
Who, if not me?
Alright, turn off the Revelant. Get this Revelant Slaughter
I'll
on.
see to it
Turn this
personally.
on. Swap over to Gun Madness. Alright, we've got a 63 here. Let's opt to
It's
buff
as
up
good as
here.
done.
Let's use
I'll make it
Wildfire.
On it.
And unload on the Blue Horror. Okay, well, let's just end our turn there. It's fine. I'm in not a hard-pressed situation, and hey, there you go. That deals with the two enemies there. Alright, let's swing you.
You should have thought twice before
Oof.
crossing me.
There he goes.
I'll make it happen.
Alright, Wildfire.
It's as
Do
good
a
as
concentrated
done.
fire to throw in.
I'll make it happen.
Pop the Blue Horror here down. And then go for a finishing strike, like so. And just for extra measure, just to intimidate the enemy, we activate this. And do
Who, if
this.
not me.
Boom. Alright, that guy's standing up, but he's not going to be standing for long. There we go, 102 damage with the ground slam. And I think we're slowly evolving into a melee build.
I always have a backup plan.
Unintentionally so, but hey, I'm not complaining. Warrior is meant to tank in most cases, but there are instances where we can benefit from it, but I digress.
Is there money
But yeah,
to be
no,
made?
by grabbing that little anklet or amulet, we will be able to get 5 willpower for every strike we do, or at least every kill we get. Long term, well, short term, that's not going to be a great thing, but long term, if we deal with like tons and tons of enemies, that is a good thing. However, we are not very willpower heavy, per se, so it's actually pretty useless to us. Now, if it were doing boosts to, I don't know, say our combat abilities, say, ballistic skill. Perfect. Perfect item to have. Regardless. As soon as you draw close to the unknown ship, it points its loaded cannons directly at you. Several other ships emerge from the shadows of drifting asteroids, tightly encircling you. Captain Xanthia LaBouche offers a mocking greeting and a proposition. You can buy your way out of this, but a price must be to her soul's satisfaction. The outrageous suggestion sends your crew to fury. You're in a no-win scenario. You can either enter an uneven fight and lose everything, or shamefully pay to save your skin, sacrificing only your pride. No, we're gonna attack. There is no need to consort with pirates. Violence is the only answer, and who says they have the upper hand? Who knows, perhaps we have
Hold
better
fast.
weaponry.
Our faith will be tested.
Besides, we've got a multitude of weapons. Yeah, there's only 2 Cobra class destroyers and Falchion class frigates. We can deal with that. We need a missile here. There we go. I would use torpedo control, but apparently, okay, so these torpedoes are not ready yet, is the thing. Okay, so what appears to be the situation is we need to deal with the frigate before it goes towards us, is the thing. So we're going to focus on this Cobra class, I do believe, to start with. So we're going to move this direction here. We'll leave our Sword class frigates to deal with the other 2 here. But we're going to get the plasma torpedoes to basically focus on the enemy here. Until then, we are just going to focus on this guy. Like so. And hopefully get a kill. Alright, we do, thankfully. We can then do this. Alright, nice. We will then do a warp wave to flip it that way. That way it's forced to face this way as it, you know, has to run at us. Okay, we move as far as we feasibly can here. We won't be able to warp, per se, but we can certainly shift back here. There we go. And we're going to put a shield on our aft, and hope that's enough. We can't exactly use the other battery here, so we're just going to have to make do with what we got here. And worst case, we'll have these missiles do something crazy, so yeah, we'll be fine. I don't need to worry too much about the Sword class frigates, because they're going to be doing their own thing. I'm not too worried about them, to be quite honest. They'll be doing their own thing. Yeah, they'll be dealing damage and causing a ruckus no matter what. So, yeah, we'll be fine. The Falchion class frigates are going to destroy this Sword class frigate, period. I know that for a fact. But yeah. We're going to lose our companion. I know that for a fact. Oh. It'll be a miracle if he survives, putting it simply. The fact that he managed to survive is a miracle in of its own. So we're going to move our, you know, torpedoes over to this guy. We've managed to reach a point where he's going to just blow that guy up, is what I thought would happen. Okay, we're going to go for a new heading here. This will help with our navigation here. Okay, we're going to go this direction here. Impressive. Let's destroy this guy's defenses.
Now!
Now if we move here... warping won't save us much, but we will get this turn to Warp Wave, so I'm just going to have to trust that the missiles here are not going to strike us, essentially. We're going to lose our, we're going to lose our companion. This guy's going to have a rough day, to say the least. Plasma torpedoes are going to get really close, if not blow up. Yep, blows up straight in our face. Could be worse, though. Could be way worse. And, of course, they're doing macro cannon shenanigans, as expected. You are going to try and run, but you're not going to have a good time, no matter what you do. So we're going to do Warp Wave. This will blow this one up.
Another enemy sundered by the void.
Do this. Now, if we... Let's see. We do want to deal with the Cobra, so we'll deal with that before it becomes a problem. There we go. Now we go for the Falchion-class frigate here. There we go. Let's see, we want to move up one more just to be sure. There we go.
Breach in our enemy's defenses!
Alright. I don't realistically think that we're going to be getting away with a new heading here, so... What we will do is we're actually going to run the opposite direction here. And probably do a swing back, if anything. So yeah, what we'll do here is we will, yeah, we can't do a swing run, sadly. That's fine. We can move all the way over to here. And we can restart our shields this way. And on our... we can't really change our shield direction right now, so we're just going to leave it as is. These plasma torpedoes are in the perfect position to hunt down the Falchion-class frigates. Yep, there you go. We can move as needed right here, and boom.
Where we tread, the unfaithful fall.
And that's that. That's actually really easy. Okay. There you go. As long as we just avoid these plasma torpedoes, which are going to just blow up on their own, we're good. And there you go.
They pale before our mastery.
We get
of the
some
void.
trophies. We managed to beat back the enemy, and they're panicking probably. As they realize that they just got upturned. We will go to Void Ship Management here, because we have upgraded, or we've reached a point of upgrade. We can get whatever we want here. Let's see. Out of everything, reloads all macro cannons that were fired during the acceleration phase. I do believe this is a really good item, or ability, so we're going to grab that. And now we get access to the special upgrades. So, out of everything, the most useful is obviously Rugged Repair. The next best is probably going to be Silent Running, because this will allow you to move faster than a flagship. Or it makes it so frigates and larger are surprised and act later. The same could be said for Silent Running 2, which means you can act before all enemies in most encounters. There is also Steady Hand, where you can use... There's a 20% chance its cooldown will be reduced to one round shorter. Same for Steady Hand 2, but it's 50% chance. And there's many other things. 10% more scrap from destroyed ships. I'm going to go with Rugged Repair, because this just reduces the amount of scrap that you waste when repairing your ship, which is kind of what we need. This will make it just so that we don't waste so much scrap when we're exploring the voids of space. But I digress. Explore this planet. We got some things. Adamantine's an absolute must. We want to grab that immediately. There is a point of interest here, so I'm going to check that out. I will save here. And let us investigate this. The Lone Mountain chain is comprised entirely of a mineral with shiny mirror-like surface. The The mineral itself has no particular value for production, but its properties make this place incredibly beautiful. The sky is brilliantly reflected into many surfaces and plateaus, oddly shaped rocks, stone arches, and columns. The view is especially stunning on clear starry nights, or when aurora trails dance in the sky. The enraptured crew have asked the Lord Captain's permission to visit the remarkable place. Sure, why not? The shore leave passed without incident, and the ship's officer talked about it for weeks afterwards. Even a Xenos Yearlet marveled at the rock columns sprinkled with reflected stars. She even deigned to speak to the other officers, telling them the place reminded her of Grudark, her homeland. That's nice. Cool. It's good to see that she's connecting with the officers to some degree. Alright, we are going to start by reducing the difficulty for the link here. This will make it so that we can travel to this place a little easier, because we are going to need to go to the Nameless Star anyways, so... Oof. Gonna be a little dangerous, but it's fine. Let's see. I don't think there's really anything here that we need to worry about, so we're going to warp here. There we go. Alright, we're going to go into colony management here, because I do believe there is something that we can get somewhere. Alright, we got some grenades. Cool. The only thing that we need here is the reaping, but other than that, we should be fine. Everything here. Oh, here we go. Adeptus Arbites. This is going to give us 5k rep with the Imperial Navy. Or we can go with something here. Let's see. Warp guides would increase security. We can get mechanisms here. We can just get this straight up, I do believe, so that's good. We'll execute that. And then we will execute the Adeptus Arbites upgrade, which will increase our security on the planet and give us some nice boots alongside the, you know, boost and rep. There you go. That'll be it for that. And now we just need to go to the Nameless Star, so we're going to save here. And let us see what we run into. To the Nameless Star we go. Whoops, I meant to warp. My bad. Is there anything important here? Not really. We're good. Let's go out. Off we go. Let's warp to the Nameless Star here. Enemies of the humanity have been spotted on ship. Okay. Let's give the crew a chance to prove themselves. The crew will receive military gear and a chance to prove their worth by dispatching Lord Captain's enemies. Why not? The victory over the rogue trader's enemies came at a high price. Still, the decks have been cleansed of warp spawn, albeit it took the blood of hundreds voidsmen to wash away any evidence of their presence. It sucks, but you know what? It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Chart new routes. This is going to link this to here, which is going to be really easy. So that's good. We've got ourselves another exploring node, which is good. Projection from the warp. Oh god. Hopefully this is not a bad thing, but we will see. So in my previous playthrough, I've never seen that before. So that's sure to be interesting. Oh god, the ancient bunker. Okay, so we need to go to that ancient bunker in a bit, but for now I'm very curious about this void storm, whatever it is. It's sure to be interesting. Okay, we've got adamantine here. We're gonna definitely wire that. We got an abandoned tech priest base, and then we got a point of interest, so we're gonna save here and investigate. Not sure what this projection for the warp is going to do, but we'll have to see. The sight before you has excited the officer corpse, who are delighted to witness the truly majestic end of this planet through the huge windows on the bridge. One of the many nameless worlds throughout the expanse, an unknown reason caused this planet to break into several uneven parts, but its strong magnetic field is still preventing them from drifting from the cold abyss of space. Oops. That is a load, because I did not see what that was. My bad. Let's do some investigation. Why not? We're definitely going to explore the protection from the warp, though, because that's fun. Alright. The Augur crew detects several ruined extractums on the broken planet's surface. Their analysis shows that somebody used to mine adamantine here, but abandoned the depot after the catastrophe. Most of the machines are damaged beyond repair, but the tech adepts claim one of the complexes can be restored, if the rogue trader has the required parts and equipment. Why not? We can restart the extractum, which will give us 3 adamantine, or we can take the extractum on board. A few dozen time bells later, the Lord Captain is informed that the repair crew is suffering from unrelenting headaches, most likely caused by the oppressive magnetic field on the world. However, the machines have been successfully repaired, and the extraction of adamantine may continue if the Lord Captain wishes. Of course, the mine needs to be staffed with a squad of working servitors and maintenance brigades, doomed to endure the endless pain caused by the magnetic storms. Let's restart it. Why not? You leave a part of the crew to extract adamantine for the Von Valencia's protectorate. Those fortunate to escape such a fate fervently pray for the lives of their friends and family, hoping to find them in good health should they be reunited someday. It's a grim fate, to say the least, but resources are more important, sadly to say. People are expendable. And worst case, the entirety of the planet can just be subsequently just converted to servitors. Worst case. We don't have to use... Well, you don't have to use living subjects, or at least that's my thoughts. Regardless. When a rogue trader's ship draws near the unidentified celestial body, the machine spirits on every deck, from the captain's bridge to the cargo holds, become frantic. The energies are refusing to cooperate, sending the void ship hurtling towards the epicenter of the anomaly like an arrow towards a target. You awake after an unsettled sleep to find yourself lying on a stiff cardboard mat. You're overcome with a strange sense of wrongness. This place is dark and reeks of body odor. Someone elbows you under the ribs and grabs you by the collar, spitting abuse. It is an enforcer patrolling the void ship, and she's clearly displeased. Alright, what's your problem? The enforcer tosses you unceremoniously into the corner where similarly ragged people are scrubbing the deck. According to the sign on the bulkhead, this is Bay Theta 54, the lower decks. You have work to do. You need to get moving. You know what? Let's take the time to learn about the everyday life on the lower decks. The locals offer friendly smiles as soon as they see you. Perhaps it's your appearance. Staring hazily back at you out of glass bulkheads is shaggy, sooty face, worn out tramp and... Okay, a face not all that different from those of your new friends. At any rate, no one's trying to hurt you. You're told a couple of amusing stories about local life. The almighty Lord Captain and the monsters that frighten people every now and then, when the entire ship shakes and red lumens flash overhead. The ragged people who have thoroughly enjoyed your pleasant company walk with you to the bay supervisor cabin. The workers ask the supervisor to report a stray noble from the upper decks. Your poise and manners do make you stand out from the humble denizens of the lower decks. When you're restored to the bridge, the Voxmaster gives praise to the Emperor of Humanity and explains to you that you're trapped in an anomaly that made people on the ship inexplicably trade places. Rescue squad was dispatched at once to retrieve your lordship, but your friends from the lower decks have already helped the Lord Captain back to where he belongs. Yeah. So yeah, I just befriended the lower decks, or at least one of the many lower decks that exist in this place. And now we're going to an ancient bunker of all things. This bunker is notorious for danger. It's hard to say how. It's hard to explain. You'll understand when I go in. But it's not a fun place to be for long periods of time. I know what I need to do, so I'm gonna have to rush through here a little bit, but just know that there's a reason why I'm rushing. Alright. But yeah, this place is not fun. I remember it vividly for,
Always keep your eye on the
Yeah.
prize.
You're going to be suffering from melting venom. This is a damage ailment that is going to hurt you for quite a while until you are able to get into a safe place. Or at least you're able to find a way to resist it. Let's see. Let's see. There is... There's not really much in a way of resisting that we can do here. We just sort of have to
Keep your
rush
wits
it.
about you.
But yeah, no, melting venom is going to constantly trigger on you. And it's going to continue to do so until you are dead, put simply. Thankfully, we do have a DR of 1, so it's not as bad. Before you is an ancient but wholly typical console, intended for use by people not trained in the mysteries of ministering to machine spirits. The cogitator is completely silent, but as you approach, you sense the warmth emanating from its metallic casing. A telltale sign that the machine is working. Let's see. Press a sign. Water supply system failed, reason unknown. Temperature and humidity control system failed, reason unknown. Energy regulation system, unknown error. Warning, backup generator connected. Okay. Oxygen supply system failed. Air filters damaged. The defense system failed. That's probably a good thing that our defense systems are failed. Because things would have gotten a lot worse for us. Alright. We can either force access, or we can just blast the door open. It will cost us a melta charge, but is probably an easier check than forcing access. Yeah, let's blast open the door. Bada boom. There we go. You pick out the most vulnerable spots and carefully fix the explosives.
I'll brush this off.
Bada boom.
Rise to the top, or get left in the
But
dust.
yeah, no, we blast through with relative ease. We are actually surprisingly good, all things considering. I would have figured that things would have failed on us.
Ugh.
Insufficient power, that is suspected.
I always have a backup
Alright, let's
plan.
save here. You know, I'll be honest, I thought we were going to take a lot of damage, but I guess we're not. We are just that strong.
A temporary setback.
Let's see. Managed to unlock it, thankfully.
Is there money
Nice.
to be made?
Corrosion was mercilessly to the bayonets, chainswords, and lasguns. You know, it's to be expected. Not too surprised. Ooh. Alright. Combi tools. That's going to give us a plus 10 to our tech
Keep
use.
your
So if
wits
we ever
about
need
you.
tech use skills checks, this is the way to go.
Help
We
me,
got
pain
some
won't
more
stop
things
me.
here and there. Nothing too crazy. I do believe there is some threats here and there, but it's mainly comprised of traps. I do believe. But it's nothing too crazy.
I always keep my options open.
Alright, a decontaminated shower, a rare site, or a regular planetary forces. Its purpose to eliminate harmful agents.
That's how it's done.
Oh. We succeeded the agility test, so we didn't have to get blurted with poison or whatever
Let
that
us
is.
not dawdle. I'll brush this off.
And so far, we're brushing everything off, apparently, so that's good. Ah! We've managed to find a worn seal adorned with intricate patterns. Somebody has deliberately scraped the coat of arms off the handle, though. Huh.
I faced worse than this. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Alright, it appears that we got another demolition check here. We'll disarm this real quick.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
How am I ignoring all this
always have a backup
melting
plan.
venom? I have no idea. Regardless, we're doing quite well, all things considering. We got a 50-50 on this tech use check, at least. Let's see.
Just as I planned.
Alright. Hold fast. The Star Allies are with
Pain
us.
won't stop me.
Okay, We can't bust through there. For our allies, for peace, for honor.
Is there money to be made?
Let us purge our world of betrayers of the Imperium. Huh. Things are getting pretty nasty there, huh? Oh well. And door control panels, errors, insufficient power. Well, at least from the sounds of it, yeah. From the sound of it, there was an attempt, to say the least. Okay, we got an officer key. That should help us get through to the area. Alright, a rusted reservoir for storing drinking water. A valve is required to regulate the flow. Okay. We lacked the valve specifically.
Keep your wits about you.
For now, let's go in here, I guess. Let's save, just to be safe. Try and pick this.
I won't let it define me. I'll brush this off.
Okay, so once I fail a check, yeah, no, I have to reload. Which is expected. I'm not too surprised by that. I just wanted to check to make sure is all. 35 to the DC, though. Jesus.
That's how it's done.
There we go. Done and done. Now we can start going into here and starting to grab everything that we need here. Still need more stuff. Oh, hello. We'll grab this.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Now if we put in the old valve. There we go.
A temporary setback.
There we go.
Mere pain won't stop me.
Alright. Cogitator's panel has dozens of breakers, buttons, handles, and switches, and others. Request status of bunker's life support system. Alright. Backup generator is connected. Okay. Oxygen supply is disabled. Alright. Activates the emergency ventilation system. Encountered insufficient power, boosting emergency energy supplies. There you go. Done. And now, with that, all of that mess is now cleared up, and we don't have to worry about the constant poison that we've been suffering from. Now, you guys may be wondering why I'm not turning on security. It's simply because of the fact that you're going to understand... Well, if I were to turn on security, it would lead to a fight, I do believe. So I'm intentionally avoiding turning it on. We've got access to the warehouse now. Got another body here, which grants us a unknown officer diary. I'm not going to be reading too much of it, but basically to sum up the situation here, I'll go after. I'll explain it once we're finished exploring. Put simply, because there is a story to this area. It's just meh.
Keep your wits
It's not a pretty
about
thing.
you.
Okay. Yep, just things
Always
here,
keep
here,
your
and
eye
there.
on the
Nothing too
prize.
crazy. Yoink. Plenty of medkits though, so that we're getting our stock supply back at least. So that's nice. Now, if we were to go here, pop this open,
Rise to the top.
we can
or get
disarm
left in
the
dust.
trap there. There you go. Nice. Oh right, we leveled up. I honestly didn't know. Okay, I guess we leveled up. Nice. Cool.
I always have a backup.
I'm gonna use this chance to level up while we got the chance. We've now got available skills, we've got characteristics. Let's see. What do we want to increase? Out of everything, carouse is probably the focus. Let's see, what else is there? Alright, so athletics, demolition. We've got plenty of demolition. We don't need more. Awareness, we could increase that to 80. Carouse is at 60, so we can increase that to, 70. So we might as well do that. Let's see, we can increase our perception intelligence as we desire. We've got plenty of ballistics. We don't need more agility, even though we can get more. We can get more strength, because we are going to need 45 for the power armor upgrade. We can either do that, or we can focus into intelligence or perception. I'm going to get more strength. I need to get to 45 anyways, so we're going to aim for that. And hey, at least with this, we can start wielding some heavier weapons, I think. But we'll see. We need one more level before we get the special upgrade, I do believe. So that's fun. Pop this open. And we are met with a new area. We're going to save here just to make sure we're, gathering everything that we can. We'll go from there. Alright. We're met with an unknown elevator. We are met with a secret. Okay. And from here, we've got a Vox with the Winter Scale emblem. Huh.
Always keep your eye on the
So,
prize.
to give you a rough idea, that box is the... basically explains everything that happened here. So, to sum it up, this, area got raided by some cultists, basically, from the Daemon armies, naturally. You know how it be. But essentially, things went from bad to worse, and essentially the guy basically died as he was, doing his job. We did get the Swarm Protector, though, so I'm going to grab that. I think that's actually a really good item for us, but I'm not sure, is the thing.
I always get the job done.
But anyways, we'll grab that. But yeah, no, to sum it up, basically the traitor died on the planet with everybody else because he didn't realize the planet was going to be going to hell like this.
I always have a backup plan.
So that's a situation, to say the least. We're going to save here. Let's do a logic test here.
Just as I planned.
A few parchments buried in Winter Sail's Skeel contains plans for military operations as a mention of the Doomsday weapon. But yeah, no, the Doomsday weapon that they're talking about basically entails, what happened to this area, I think. We can do a tech use here. We might as well. It's a skill check after all. But yeah. Put it simply, all hell broke loose and the planet basically suffered as a result. And yeah, the degradation that happened is as a result of, everybody's, the situation there. But I digress. Sworn Protector. Grants the wielder +1 to resolve for each enemy killed until the end of combat. The only problem is the rate of fire. If it were a higher rate of fire, I would definitely consider it, but...
I always keep my options open.
Yeah, so... we no longer need to worry too much about this, and... oh dear. Yeah, so I guess even turning off security really didn't do much, huh? We're gonna want to go to full cover here. You'll understand why in a moment, but yeah, no, this is pretty obvious. We are going to be suffering from melting venom every single turn until it fades. But essentially, we're going to be dealing with some turrets for a bit. And not the fun kind of turrets, but yeah. We need to just basically go ham here.
I'll see to it personally.
We're just gonna do, we're gonna continue to, we're gonna stack versatility like crazy. That's gonna be our go-to. We're not doing damage here. We just want to stack our versatility. And of course increase our crit chance, so there you go. At least in this position, we can minimize the amount of hits that we take. So that is what I'm aiming for, essentially.
Who, if not me? On it.
Alright, there we go.
I'll make it happen.
This will increase our boost to fired up at least, so that's good. But yeah, no, me being here is actually necessary. Just to minimize the amount of suffering that we're going to be dealing with. Alright, with this though, we can now start spamming our AoEs by using wildfire here.
Twice before crossing me.
I'm probably going to have to do single and double shots separately though, all the same. Because otherwise we're not going to get stacks, which is a problem. Ow. Okay, we're going to heal here.
I won't forget this.
Okay, let's activate this. And I guess we will use... Yeah, we're going to need rapid fire, so that way we can double down, or we get more of the potential to fire it up at least. Because increasing our crit damage is probably going to be the best thing for us against the turrets. Okay. We then do another shot here. There we go. Alright, wildfire. I guess we'll just combo this with rapid fire.
It's as good as done. Taste of what's to come.
Alright, and we'll do concentrated fire here just so I have it. There we go. Yeah, they're trying their absolute best, but our evasions is gonna start getting really high now. Okay.
On it.
Wildfire. Let's activate these two abilities. Here we go. And boom. Alright, well, we're up to 50 now. We should be fine to avoid enemy fire now at this point, to be quite honest. But you know what? We might as well just make sure that we're getting this. There we go.
I'll make it happen.
All right.
Twice before crossing me.
Okay, we're up to 58. It's not really that great, but you know what? Whatever. All right, let's reload here.
I'll see to it personally. On it.
Activate this. Throw down a rapid fire here.
Who if
There we
not
go.
me?
Just gotta keep wailing on this thing now. At this point, it's just a matter of time before we hit the 100 crit mark, and then we can just start running in. Because I mean, eventually we're just gonna be able to deal with this. And you know what? I think we're at a stable enough evasion that we should be able to manage this. We're gonna move up here.
I'll see
Gonna
to it
move with these
personally.
bits in here. There we go.
The best defense
We are
is a
dealing
good
absolutely
offense.
0 damage, but that's perfectly understandable considering these things have 125 armor. So yeah, not exactly the most effective method that we're doing here. But I mean, if it means it gets us fired up stacks, this is probably for the best. We are going to have to do damage somehow, so yeah. We are going to move straight
I'm
up
ready
to
for
this
whatever
turret here.
comes. I'll make it
Let's
happen.
activate the typical stuff here. We'll even go as far as using, well, maybe not surefire plan, but we'll save that for later. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Now, if we swap over to the hammer time, we can activate wildfire here, and we could start doing damage here. All right, there we go. Ow.
I didn't flinch.
Okay, so somehow the turret's actually kicking our butt here. There is a way that we can disable it. I just wanted to do it the fun way.
I'll make it happen.
There's two ways you can basically go about this. You can either go and disable it this way, which I do believe I will save just to see how things pan out. I'm wondering if you get experience for beating them if you do this. So let me see. Yep. We can roll a check and deactivate. We tried, so I'm going to reload here. I do believe I can get a successful check, but yeah, no, essentially, you can go over here and try and disable them this way. And as a result, there you go. But we have to roll a successful check. I'm not sure what we would get out of it if we do it this way, but we'll see, we'll see. I'm going to try and disable because it'll be a little easier and less time-consuming. This is my personal opinion on the matter, so yeah. I'd rather reload a little bit here. There we go. Your knowledge of machine spirits is sufficient to trick the system and subdue your target to your will. A false query, a crafty manipulation of the controls, and you get what you want. And as a result, combat ends. And as a result, we get 11 experience, and the turrets are no longer going to attack us. Although that said, we don't get the experience for killing the turrets, which is perfectly fine by me, as far as I'm concerned. It would have just been a long-winded attack pattern, which I don't really want to deal with. I'd rather fight more conventional foes that are not, like, AC heavy like that. Lord Captain, the crew that was sent to the surface reports that they have cleared the collapsed passage, leading to the lower levels. After exploring the abandoned ruins, they discovered valuable cargo that has already been brought aboard. Cool. Alright, nice. We got a Race to the Top and Blood and Nephilim, which requires a bunch of people. If we do this, we will get a profit factor, I do believe. So I'm going to save just to make sure I'm not losing anything, but I digress. We will see how things pan out. Let's go to our journal. Contacts. There we go. We lose out on 3 adamantine, but other than that, we're good. Okay, so apparently Winterscale has discovered our little secrets, and he's willing to exchange promethium and chemicals for people, just in order to deal with the aggression, essentially. Regardless, we have done this planet, and now we can finally go over to the next planet on the list, which is the Forgotten Twins. All right, off we go. We're safe from the warp. We chart new routes here. And now we visit. And we'll go from there. If somebody has decided to mock the road trader, they're playing a dangerous game. Okay, there's traces of a space battle, but yeah. To be fair, we were late on the whole discovery, to be fair, so whatever. There is traces of a space battle, though. I digress, though. Point of interest. Small settlement, only one on the planet, is Winterscale's Dynasty Outpost. Let's visit it. After a lengthy descent on the planet, you're rewarded with a dismal sight. Consists of long columns of uniform bunkhouses. Okay, let's talk to the custodian. The outpost is highly dependent on various deliveries in the core of Winterscale worlds, but 2 ships have already failed to arrive on schedule. The locals do not have an astropath of their own, so the custodian cannot determine the cause of delays or request aid. Let's supply the outpost with the provisions it needs. Yeah, there you go. We lost some provisions, but we did get a needler rifle. There we go. In return, Journey treats you to a rare and unexpected spectacle. An eclipse begins as one of the two local suns cover the other. You watch as the temperature drops, the lightning changes, and the double shadows vanish. The two discs in the sky merge, forming a shimmering oval, and become one. Eventually, the fantastic event passes, leaving behind a vivid memory. Cool. But yeah, no, we just decided to help them out. No reason to not, right? They're certainly going to be helping. They're going to be helping us, so... Well, we're here to help the people. That's our goal in the end. So, yeah, we'll be fine. Alright, traces of a space battle. Lord Captain, there is evidence of a recent scuffle straight ahead of us. Don't take me. This is not a frigate. This is just a gutted piece of metal. The helmsman falls silent for a moment. Blimey, the culprits are here too. It's the Aeldari freaks. I recognize their shiny arses even from the distance, except the Xenos are acting suspiciously. They're hovering in place, not even trying to run. Should we approach or open fire from a distance? Call off your people and talk. Something is wrong. The children of Assyrian are dismayed, but doing something like this to a monkey vessel? No, we're not animals. I appealed to your prudence and promise you made. Do not destroy my kin for the deeds they did not commit. Lord Captain, we have received a report from the auger crew. The situation is unusual. The Xenos ship displays no biological or energetical signatures, even though it appears to be intact. According to the scanners, there is nobody on board. However, survivors are believed to be hiding in one of the compartments of the damaged vessel of the Imperium. We have also spotted some drifting plating remains that belong to the third unidentified vessel. Let's send a shuttle with scouts to investigate this Xenos ship. Captain, scouts confirmed our earlier report. The Xenos ship is intact. Many valuable artifacts have been found inside, but neither Aeldari nor their bodies were discovered. We are late again, Elentok. Let's identify the remains of the third vessel. Lord Captain, I am reporting that the hull fragments belong to the Drakari Xenos race, but the presence of their ships in the system at this time have not been confirmed. Let's save the other people. Why not? We get some Xenos artifacts and fuel. Lord Captain, the scouts managed to rescue several emaciated officers from the wrecked ship. Despite their wounds, they are able to tell us what had happened. During a patrol, the frigate discovered an Aeldari ship crossing the system and decided to immediately attack the enemies of humanity. The Xenos vessel proved too fast and skittish, but at one point its engines failed, giving the frigate a chance to attack. When the guns were aimed, several Drakari ships suddenly pounced into the darkness as they attacked from a distance, but soon boarded the frigate and wreaked the bloody massacre on the decks. It's only a sheer miracle that the surviving officers managed to escape, locking themselves up in a hidden technical compartment the Xenos had no use for. The survivors claimed that the Xenos conspired and deliberately led the ship into a trap, where it met its doom. The Xenos joined forces to eliminate a vessel of the Imperium. An alliance between the Aeldari and the Drakari is an unusual sight. Yet such an outcome is hardly surprising. Why, Master Interrogator? I was thinking the exactly same thing. At last, you and I can finally agree on something. How blind are the monkey to the vices of their own kind? Humans attack a ship of the children of Assyrian saying peacefully by, but it is my kinspeople who are to blame. No. My kind would not butcher the Dark Ones of their own volition and then abandon their ship. Something else happened here. Something I'm afraid to even consider. But we could only do so much, so we'll have to leave it be. The problem has been, to a degree, solved. I wouldn't say it's perfectly resolved, but you know what? We did figure out what was going on, so there you go. Continue our scans here. We've got the End of Storms. Alright, nothing too crazy, it's just a storm. Hopefully it's not a bad omen, though. We'll have to see. Regardless, we find one more planet, and now we go to the Coronis Expanse, and we go from there. Overall, we're doing quite well on our discoveries, to say the least, I think. Now, we have discovered the two core principles here. We're going to go to Tenebris Aquae, which is the last planet on our little trip that we've been doing thus far. And we're going to go to Tekalos Epsilon. We're just going to have to do a bit of warp jumps here to make it happen. We will check our colony management to see if there's anything new that we can unlock. But I don't think we're going to get that chance. All the same, we will see what we find. Alright, Adeptus Arbites is taking its time. We've got the warp guides here, though. And the only thing that we lack here is the underground workers, but we need mechanisms for that. So, we're almost done with the upgrades on the entirety of planets, so we should be good. We've begun a new stage of development if we go into here. Here we go. Lord Captain, there's been a tragedy on Dargonis. Governor Drivestem has been dedicating most of his time to restoring the astropathic choir, lost to the warp storms. But as Psychers assembled were struck by an unknown assault. They heard something, and it's cast them into madness. The astropaths have lost sleep, thought their skin to the flesh, muttered gibberish, and now they've gone completely berserk. They had to be eliminated, and now only a few of the most resilient astropaths are upholding connection to Dargonis. But how long will they last? Let's see. I'm just going to quickly go from here, and we'll see what goes down. Alright. We can either count on the Inquisition, which will get a, which will give us Fellowship divided by 2 momentum whenever using a Psycho or Navigator power. If we were a Psycho or Navigator, this would be great, but we're not, so this is useless. We can rely on Theodora's Old Friends, which will give us Disciple of the Damned, meaning Daemons, Chaos Creatures, Psychers, and Navigators deal 10% less damage to Rogue Traders and allies. That is a decent ability. We can also go for Liera, and we can go with Psychic Ward. A psychic item that we can't use. So we're just going to go with Abelard's option. Let's visit Theodora's Old Friends. It will be done. A ship carrying 24 astropaths soon arrived on Dargonis. They descended to the surface covered head to toe with protective amulets, as if going to war. The news of the tragedies that befell the choir quickly spread throughout the expanse. Each of them conveyed words of amity for the rulers who sent them, and asked permission to visit the family crypt to pay tribute to Lady Theodora. The tragic pestilence of the astropaths had not appeared again, but all of them have reported hearing strange whispers ever since the first day on the planet. Hopefully not an omen, but a boon. But we'll see. Regardless, the Kaspalan auction is the next thing on our list, but we don't need to worry too much. We are going to go back to the bridge here, because I do want to buy and sell some ingredients here. This will essentially help us out, for the most part. But I'm going to be grabbing some things, mainly parts for our ship, to arm ourselves against the enemies of humanity, for the, you know, other things and all that. And we'll go from there. But hopefully with our exploration we will be doing quite well. But I digress. Let's see. Oh, right. We've actually managed to get the Archaeotech compass as well. That's fun. Let's see. We are going to want to add this to cargo. There we go. Let's march up to here. To the High Factorum Janus. Let's order some shipping. Let's go to the Imperial Navy here. Let's sell what we can. We're brought up to level 7. Or close to level 8 to boot. Alright, short-range missiles. We're not going to be grabbing those, but, you know. Okay, we got an Archaeotech macro battery. Okay, and a Hecutor pattern plasma battery. It deals way more damage, to be fair. So we could work with these. Yeah, let's go with the Hecutor pattern weapons at this point, I think. They'll arguably be a little better for us. Oh god, I've been muted that whole time. Damn it. My apologies. I keep muting myself by mistake. I don't know why. Well, regardless, whatever. Hopefully I wasn't muted for a long time, but if I was, I apologize. God. Let's go into our colony management. Let's see if there's any changes. Nope. We still need to get some mechanisms, but other than that, we're basically good. Let's go to Orcelio Prophecy. Let's see, we got uncharted systems that we don't really need to deal with right now, so we'll warp here. Alright, let's personally go face the counterable foes. Toss everybody out, except for myself. And let's go commit violence against them. For the sake of, humanity. Alright, we are dealing with a bundle of pink horrors. Lovely. Let's see how we fare against these guys. Let's go into our inventory, get some medkits out, because goodness knows we're going to need them. There we go. I'm annoyed that you can't just drag and drop like you can, or you used to be able to. Oh well. Let's go ham. Alright. Typical to our situation, we just go right into a corner and just spray and pray. As we do. Let's just spam our attacks here. Even if we don't hit, that's perfectly fine.
I'll see to it personally.
Alright, cautious approach. Ooh, okay, they're doing their ethereal flame shenanigans here. Lovely. So I'm gonna have to move out of the area. Taking some damage, though. Taking minimal damage, to be fair, but damn. Okay, but it seems like their explosion shenanigans are still going to work against us here. We'll have to find another corner to actually work then. We'll go here. And pray that's enough.
I'll make it happen.
Okay, pot shot here. Wildfire. There we go. Nice. You're still gonna throw your you're gonna keep throwing those, okay. So I guess we're just gonna be in a bit of a pickle there, no matter what, huh? Well, hopefully it's not gonna become a problem, but we'll have to see. At least we're not taking too much damage, so that's the important bit. Oh god, Twisting Path is gonna be a nasty thing. But yeah, no, we keep taking a lot of damage from them. Jesus. That is a lot of, chaos, huh? Okay. Let's, move over here. Ow.
I've faced worse than this.
Do this.
I'll make it happen. Who?
And bada boom. Alright, we're gonna swap to a hammer and board. Or basically hammer time.
I'll brush this off.
Okay. They're gonna continue smacking us like that, I imagine. Until, of course, we get, you know, more evasion, but I digress. Alright, you're gonna go for that. Okay, respectable. Not a fan of those attacks, though, I must admit. Ow. Okay, we're gonna start healing here.
I'll make sure to return the favor.
Bada boom. It's a lot of melting. We're gonna lose our armor, period. I know that for a fact, but we can certainly try to maintain it, at least.
I'll make it happen.
There we go.
I'll see to it personally. My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Alright, well, that's fine. We'll just take what we can get here. Ow. No matter what, it seems like we're gonna have a rough time with damage ailments and all that. God, that's a lot of, God, that's a lot of, manifestations of storm. Jesus.
Worse than this.
At least we got the healing to outpace them, so it's not like it's a huge deal.
On it.
There we go.
Who if not me?
Alright. Now I just gotta find a way to get up here, so that way I'm not in the cluster of constant plague storms. If I do that, then I should be fine. I'm thinking my best bet is to just rush this guy, I guess. It's gonna hurt me a little bit just to get there, but you know what? If we can get up to a higher level, it's gonna stop us from suffering from any plague storms here, so... It's a small price to pay to take some damage here.
I'll brush this off.
Okay, we will heal here.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Alright, we'll do this. Then we'll rapid fire and concentrated fire here for extra measure. There we go. Ow. Yeah, we're reaching a point where our armor is, like... Apparently we're reducing deflection and armor, like, immensely. But we're actually not losing anything is the thing. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Regardless,
I won't forget this.
I'm not here to worry about that. I'm here to deal with you.
This is good as done.
Alright, parry, impressive.
I'll see to it personally.
That's fine. We're gonna go with concentrated fire here. There we go. Nice. Now we're doing damage. This one's gonna be forced to attack in melee. It's gonna try and do its whole shenanigans of launching missiles at us, but to no avail. At least with us being up here, it's gonna be a bit more realistic that we actually fight these enemies with relative ease. But yeah, no, we need to just make sure that these guys are forced to face me off here, and we'll go from there.
Who if not me?
There we go.
I'll see to it personally.
Once again, rinse and repeat here.
I'll make it happen. On
Bada
it.
boom. Alright, they got a parry there, but that's fine. We can just go for the hammer time. To no avail, but that's fine. Oh, you've warped out of the machine. But that doesn't stop us from getting an extra provoke. Alright. Manifestations of the pink horror come in. They're really trying their best to hurt us. But thankfully, we're just in a good spot that we are not going to be suffering. Let's move up here.
It's as good as done.
Bada boom. There we go.
I'll see to it personally. On it.
Alright, that's another blue horror dealt with, and combo with a slam there. Failed miserably. That's quite alright, though. We'll be fine.
I'll see to it personally.
The most thing worried about is obviously, these pink horrors not just not getting in position for us. But other than that, we should be fine. Should be as easy as 1, 2, 3 just to get into position, though. And force them to face us in a proper manner. Yeah, the blue horrors are going to start doing their thing. But yeah, no, we'll be fine. I mean, if they're not doing damage, period, to us right now, then we'll be fine. Alright, let's swap over to our gun here. Let's see. If we were to do gunmanship, we should be fine. Let's actually save here to determine if I can actually handle this. We're going to save under pain. And we'll go from there. Alright, we'll do rapid fire, concentrated fire to combine in. There we go. Yeah, let's just go ham. Let's see how things pan out. I'm mildly curious. Let's do it this way. So far, so good. Okay. Let's deal with you next. Alright, we didn't get the kill per se, but we certainly got into a position where it's going to be easier for us to KO these guys. Or at least get into a position where we can start KOing them. As long as we plan our attacks properly, we should be fine. A simple medkit will do us wonders, to say the least. Alright, we are going to save here. Because now I'm going to turn off the defenses at this point. Well, actually, no. We should probably reload first. Yeah, we're going to need a reload. Then we will do our whole shenanigans here. There we go. Revel and Slaughter, Wildfire. Then we'll bonk the blue horror here. Oh, miss completely, but that's fine. We just need to reload, give ourselves a chance to actually prep. I guess we can heal here. Yeah, they're doing no damage. I don't know. They really should be doing more damage to be fair. But yeah. It's a miracle that I'm lasted this long. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna make sure I get through this round at least. And go from there.
It's as good as done.
There we go.
I'll make it happen. I'll see
Do
to
this.
it personally. I'll make it happen.
Alright, well, I'm missing, I guess. Whatever. We'll break our defenses at this point and just go ham on damage. We'll be fine. Okay. Well, it's time for them to regret just letting us build up potential. We're going to save here. Under pain. And now we're just going to completely barrage the ever-living hell out of these guys.
Who if not me?
Drop the cautious approach. Alright, we're gonna start with the frontal assault here, I guess. Go ham. Alright. Wildfire for extra damage.
I'll make it happen.
Alright, there we go. That's one. Alright, 66, not bad.
It's as good as done.
Yep, Pink Horror's about to feel some serious pain, I imagine. Let's do this. Nice.
I'll make it happen.
Wildfire for extra measure. Hoorah. It's getting worse for them as the seconds pass by. Okay, we're feeling a bit dicey. I'm kind of surprised the melting stacks are reaching that high, but you know what? We're making it work. Whatever.
I refuse.
Off we go to completely demolish the Pink Horror. I'm kind of surprised I actually managed to take that long, but whatever.
Here's my perfect moment.
Steady superiority is going to make a whole slew of problems for the enemy. We'll just demolish these guys a little bit. There you go. Alright. These guys can't actually do anything there. Huh. Interesting. By moving here, we'll actually get a line of sight on this guy, which is exactly what we want.
I'll make it happen.
There we go. It's only a 17% chance to hit, but we will get a chance to hit all the same, so that's good. The fact that we're getting it is impressive. Okay, there we go.
I won't compromise my principles.
Alright, there we go. Pink Horror is going to move away to try and prevent us from hitting him, I guess. These blue horrors are unable to do anything to us. That's perfectly fine. I will reload here. Alright, let's mag dump into these guys and be good to go. Alright, move here. Yep, this guy's forced in a position where he has to take his hits. There we go. Do another wildfire here. Follow up with another 8 barrage. And that just leaves these 4. Lovely. And now I don't have to worry about healing, because these guys are just going to perish on their own. We don't need to heal. Alright, Rebel and Slaughter here. Rapid fire and concentrated fire here. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. We just got to deal with the enemy. So we're going to focus on this one first. There we go. Just deal a ton of damage there. Alright, we're going to wildfire here. Do this. Hoorah! That's another unit. Or bundle of units, rather. Then we're just going to help this guy here. There we go. Boom. We move up here. This will allow us to hit them. Alright, we're going to go with a barrage like we do. Bada boom. Alright, now for you. Activate this. Activate wildfire. Bada boom. One single shot just to be sure. There we go, and that's it. That is the enemies of humanity cleared up and gone. Now this area is a right mess, so we'll have to be careful, but yeah, no, there's no saving this area. I might as well just go back the way I came here, huh? Ah well.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
We'll go through the smog, see how we fare. So far, no, that was just the entirety of the room. Yeah, no, that's it. Okay. It was just a bunch of those little minion creatures just causing a ruckus.
I always have a backup
Well,
plan.
as long as it's just that, we should be fine. Let's go. At least we dealt with the enemy quite efficiently, I'd like to believe. There we go. This is an uncharted system, so we are going to have to do some investigation here, so we'll save. But, yeah, we managed to deal with the void creatures quite well, considering the fact that those guys are actually probably one of the most dangerous individuals. Or a few of the most dangerous individuals, I should say. Regardless, we will investigate as we go. We're dealing with pirates here. Let's see, what's here? A scan. We are given flood victims. It appears that the large void ship recently dumped a huge load of junk and faulty parts from orbit. The debris that did not burn up in the atmosphere is now blocking a flow of a mighty river. This dam is causing the river to overflow, flooding the nearby valley. A herd of large hoofed rodents are gathered along the riverbanks. If the animals lose their usual habitat, they're doomed. Let's save the animals. It takes mighty planetary turns and 100 of crew members to remove the heap of trash and unclog the river, letting the water flow freely once more. The rodents run back to their pastures without so much as a backward glance at the people who saved them. But we did the right thing. At least I believe. Alright. That's another burning world. We've got pirates here, so we're going to save and prepare for the worst. Although it's probably not going to be the worst thing that we fight, to be honest, so we should be fine. Let's see what the pirates are after. I'm curious.
I'll be your beacon in the
Alright, here
darkness.
comes, okay, we got a Falchion-class frigate. Just one. Nothing too crazy. I do believe we fought one of these before, though, so it's not going to be a big deal. Yeah, these guys are going to be pretty easy. Okay, we're going to set up some missiles here ourselves. Let's go forward here. We want to face this direction here.
Do not hesitate. Show no mercy.
Alright, go ham. Let's go face this direction. There we go. Completely demolish this. Alright, let's flip them. Haha. We're gonna go face this direction. This frigate class is gonna try its absolute best to run from us, but no avail. Because we just managed to destroy that. Alright, plasma torpedoes are left to roam the area and basically just deal with our torpedoes. And there we go. That was easy.
Blessed are the faithful.
We got ourselves some experience, get ourselves some trophies. Overall, a good, result. There you go. And in turn, we get another planet that we can explore, which, never hurts to have. We get a Promethium supply, which we don't really need. Because we're getting an absurd amount of Promethium already, so... Yellow. Alright, we can go to any of these planets here if need be. But honestly, I don't think we need to go there, so we're just gonna focus on reducing the war difficulty here to a little safer of a situation. We're gonna chart new routes here, which will get us to Tenebrous Aquae, I believe. Yep. It will also open up the way to Kranich, which is where Kiava Gamma, which is one of our planets that we actually need to save, is at. So, we're going to take advantage of that when we get the chance. Regardless. We're going to visit the planet here, and we will see what we find. Alright. Unidentified void ship, a bunch of other stuff, nothing too crazy. Begin to scan here. Okay, we are given more adamantine. I do believe that's going to help us, so we do want to set up an adamantine mine. We got a small ship called the Recolager's Plot. We'll check that out, I suppose. We got a Prometheum mine and Bizarre Ruins. We'll save here before we go in, because you never know. Alright, the bizarre structure observed from orbit appears to be a ruined estate of a wealthy noble. Further searching reveals the remains of an envirodome, a landing pad, the main manor, and servants' quarters. Let's search the remains for anything valuable. Why not? The only thing we get is the assault lasgun. Every hit reduces deflection by 1, stacks up to 3 times. It's alright. It's a good lasgun, I can't deny that. Great for dealing with deflection-heavy foes, I suppose. We got a questionable ship here that we can land on if we so desire. I guess we'll check it out. Why not, right? Let's go to the Recolager's Plot here. Take off everybody except for ourselves. Let's go in. If I recall correctly, the Recolager's Plot is basically just a wayward ship that goes around and scraps ships, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Welcome, your lord and miss. Please, come right in. Okay, yeah.
Let us not dawdle.
Alright, Lore Imperium.
I always get the job done.
There we go, nice experience. The Lathanos Pride. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
Yeah, the Lathano line never recovered from the destruction of this ship. Or this ship. This ship basically died and didn't recover, essentially, which sucks, but you know, it happens, I suppose.
I always keep
it's
my
cool.
options open.
All right, let's explore a little bit. Why not?
Keep your wits about you.
It's just rubbish? Sure. It's me. Come on. I'm a loot goblin. Oh, hello. A tired-looking woman of an indeterminate age, clad in work clothes, breaks off from her task to greet you. She freezes momentarily, clearly unsure how to address you, then simply says, "Your lordship, please excuse me, I don't really know your name. Welcome to our little colony. May the light of the Emperor be with you, and with us. My name's Rita Mashmova. I'm in charge here." What is this place? We just call ourselves Rita's crew, and this place to Rita's camp. That's it. We're Recollegers, scavengers in common terms. What do you do here? Right now, we're getting this old heap of junk, slowly but surely. That's a Recolleger's life for you. They drop off at some decrepit station, yeah. Basically, yeah. Sure, I can buy the component, why not? We'll get 3 magic... Yeah, why not? Oh, you got your own ship, yep. Can you tell me out... Yeah, take your... Hmm. You speak as if the world is set in stone and no one can change anything for the better. Hmm.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, just a bunch of whatnot stuff. There you go. Okay.
Rise
Oh yeah,
to
no,
the
there's a
top,
bunch of stuff
or get
here.
left in
Nothing
the
too crazy.
dust.
We'll do a bit of investigation here. There's going to be nice stuff here no matter what, so we'll quickly investigate and get some stuff here done. But I do believe there is a chain of events that will allow us to unlock the safe, which is currently locked.
Just as I planned.
A damaged safe.
Let us not dawdle.
We can make an awareness check. This'll help.
Success is the only outcome I
Nothing but
accept.
cheap metal scrap, that's fine.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
There's some awareness here. There you go.
That's how it's done.
Among the wreckage was an instruction manual. Nice. We can make a tech use here.
Keep your wits about you.
And we can do some work here to basically try and unlock this safe. But of course, we need to go to proper tech crafts here.
Just as I planned.
It appears to be inoperable. That's fine. There is other ones around that we can cure and go through.
I always have a backup plan.
Yeah, there's another one here. There's some more here. Yoink. One's man's trash is another man's treasure. And in this case, this entire place is a treasure.
I'll learn from this mistake.
That's a load. But that is exactly why I'm doing a investigation here. I'm going from there. Shouldn't be too hard to get all the investigations done and over with. It's gonna be quite easy, to be quite honest.
I always get the job done.
Here we go. The cogitator is off, but appears intact. We can try and power it from a local source. There we go. It's gonna take a roll of 60% to get this, but other than that,
That's how it's done.
we do it, and now we just need a logic test. We've got 77 here to make it happen. We'll save yet again, just to make sure we got the results in our favor. Alright, logic here.
Just as I planned.
And there we go, we got the safe code
Is there money to be
node.
made?
Or the safe code note. And as a result, we get ourselves the Fractal Blade, which gives us a 25 bonus to parry in one hand. We get the Chameleon Cloak, which gives us a +10 to dodge, just straight up. And we get 2 frag grenades. There you go.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Other than that, I don't think there's really anything of importance here. Just a random assortment of items here and there. You know how it be. I do believe we've gotten everything that we wanted here, so... Alright, well, there's nothing really too
I
crazy
always
here.
keep my
We should be
options
fine.
open.
Alright, off we go. Let's get out of here. Return to the void ship. We got everything we wanted here. Nothing too crazy. It's just a bunch of loot. We got an unidentified void ship and then a few other things. But other than that, we should be fine. Let's just save here. Let's check out this void ship, what's going on here, and we'll go from there. Okay. An Imperial vessel, Darkpiercer, and its escort ships are headed your way. The archives make no mention of either the ship or its owner. As you consider your course of action, the ship captains contact you first, introducing himself as the Pilgrim. The captain greets the rogue crater courteously and offers to purchase any information you might have on Crystal Floigstein deposits. Okay, why do you need Floyston? It will be used for the good of humanity. Okay. Alright, what would I receive in turn? I'll consider it. Let's propose a deal. Information in exchange for granting a pilgrim right to mine Voigstein. Why not? Alright, so apparently on an ocean world, something went down. I'm not about to, you know, deal with people that aren't going to attack us, but I'm sure we could, but I'm not going to. Or at least I'm not going to make an attempt to do so. Not often, anyways. Regardless, we have done what we came here to do. We've managed to do that. We can go to Porta Septimum here, but no, we don't need to do so. We're gonna weaken the travel here to here. There we go. We are gonna set Cranarch as our focus in a bit. But for now, let's just chart our routes, make sure we're getting everywhere that we need to go. I think what we'll do is we'll go to Nola Septum, and I do believe that will branch into Cranarch without needing us to expend Navigator Insight, but we will have to see. Regardless, this is the last rendition of Xenos that seems to be in problems. So we're going to save here, see what's going on. And it's coming down to a space battle. Let's see. A violent battle is unfolding before the rogue trader's eyes. Patrol ships from the Corda fleet are tearing apart two small Aeldari vessels. Once they are finished with them, the void ship give chase after the third, already damaged vessel. Clearly the intention of destroying it as well. Seeing the last ship's impending death, Yurlit calls out to the Lord Captain, her voice trembling slightly. Only the rogue trader's intervention could save her kin from the massacre. Yeah, let's order them to stop this battle. The Voxmaster relays the Lord Captain's demand to stop the battle soon returns with a reply. According to the Clorda's ships, the group of Xenos are malicious criminals. They are guilty of raiding the system's planets and robbing merchant vessels. Incendia Clorda's void ships are intent on performing their duty before the Emperor and exterminating the Xenos. Yurlit sullenly watches the unfolding chase through the stained glass windows of the captain's bridge. She grimly concedes that no crime should go unpunished, except their Kinar were flying transport ships. It would have been impossible for them to rob a ship, let alone launch a planetary raid. Vessels such as theirs simply lack the firepower to do so. The monkey are lying. Let's analyze the attack Xenos ship. Despite the presence of some weaponry, the Xenos ship are more likely meant for transporting cargo or the Xenos themselves, rather than direct combat. I want proof of the Xenos transgressions. The patrol captain reluctantly admits that there is no conclusive proof. This system is sometimes a target of pirates' raids. However, this changes nothing, for his servants have no mercy on the enemies of humanity. Yeah, I demand you to retreat. Okay, I guess we are fighting them. We tried to convince them, but they failed, but whatever. I'm fine with dealing with these guys. The Aeldari are cool. Not so much to Druknari, but that's, you know, the balance between any Xenos. Regardless, I guess they're just going ham here. Whatever. Just means we gotta deal with some Imperial Falchion ships. Why not? Let's see how far we can take this with our current setup. Ooh, my poor frigate class ship is having a bit of a rough time, to say the least. We'll summon some missiles here to start us off. We're gonna move up a little bit here. There we go. Let's start by eradicating this guy here. By destroying their complete shields here. Okay, let's go here. This should allow us some leeway here. Yeah, if we go here, this will allow for us to attack the back ship without too much hassle here.
Smite the enemies of humanity.
Alright, there we go. And with that, we can do a warp wave here. Force that guy to face that way. Now we can force the Imperial class frigate to suffer some damage here. And we are just going to march up to here. Do a shift like so. And we'll put a shield on our rear here. And go from there. Of course, it's not going to help against our defenses on this side, but that's fine. These guys are going to be in a bit of a pickle no matter what they do. And the sword class frigate is going to really damage that one, so there you go. Nice.
Detected. No survivors detected.
Okay, we're going here. Let's blow this up. Nice. Okay, we're gonna do a swing run here. Does require us to go all the way back to here. Kinda sucks, but whatever. We'll do a swing run all the same. It'll help with just pursuing the enemy. We won't be able to do much, but we can certainly warp wave them. Put them in a position where they're going to be forced to take damage. We are not going to set them up with a salvo, but, you know, these guys are going to obviously chase after us, but to no avail. They're going to have a rough time. Okay, here we go. Kaboom. Alright, we then follow up with another blast.
For the glory of the Imperium!
Alright, we're going to move up here, and then we'll warp forward with a shallow jump, just to avoid missiles. There you go. And that's that. Torpedoes can't really do anything, because it's just going to blow up, and we're basically good. Combat's over. We get a ton of experience for the battle, but other than that, aside from, the failed check, it's fine. By the Lord Captain's order, House Cloder's ships have been annihilated. Meanwhile, the wounded Xenos ship is rapidly distracting itself from the recent battlefield, attempting to hide in the shadow of the nearest world. Every attempt to contact it is met with frustration, and the Vox Master reports that the vessel is in deplorable condition. Who knows how much more the Xeno technology can endure before the irreplaceable happens. The Aeldari are too scared and resentful of the Monkey for the recent deaths of their kin to answer incoming hails. Despite this, Yerlet is certain that she can convince them to cooperate with the Aeldari, if she is allowed to speak with them. Let's let Yerlet speak. 2 watches pass, and the Xenos finally decide to answer Yerlet's pleas concerning the Aeldari's assistance. Guardedly asking how exactly the Monkey can help their vessel, the Aeldari note that the humans' primitive technologies are incapable of healing the Aeldari's vessel wounds. The sudden benevolence of one human is equally incapable of bringing back those who perished in the recent engagement. Well, if they won't trust us, then we can have them go to Janus. Direct the Aeldari ship to Janus. The Xenos can find refuge among their kind there. The Xenos half-heartedly thanked the rogue trader and turned their ship towards distant stars, and inevitable death in the void. No words are exchanged on the bridge, but everyone understands that the wounded... Ah, damn it. Yeah, that was to be expected. I was hoping that it wouldn't be the case, but no. It happened. God damn it. The problem is that they're going to suffer no matter what on the ship. We can't guarantee they'll survive on their ship either. I don't know. This is a whole kerfuffle. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I could save at the last point of the battle here. That way I can set myself up so that way we got a proper setup here for the future, but I digress. We're going to have a rough time no matter what because of the Imperial-class frigate, but, you know, we'll do our best here.
Burn in the fire.
Well, there goes my ship. Jesus. What? Yeah, there goes my ally ship. Jesus. Well, this is a change of pace. Jesus. Okay, well, no time like the present but to destroy this thing. Huh. Okay, let's face this way. Okay, we're gonna put a missile front here. There you go. Do a warp flip. Kaboom.
Blessed plasma fire.
Okay, we are gonna go this direction. And I will go as far as to strafe here. Bada boom. All macro cannons. I do believe the lance weapon is not going to count. Yep, so we're just gonna settle there, I think. I do believe with this we can set up our missiles to chase after the Falchion. And hope that's enough. But we'll see, we'll see. The missiles should have enough leeway to go here, yep, as expected. We will then have them blow up here. Kaboom. Alright, we are going to do a new heading here. This will allow for a steep turn. And it will allow us a direct line of sight on this creature, or individual. We need to go one further in order to hit the mark. Other than that, we should be fine. There we go. Break their defenses significantly. Alright, and if we save here, just to make sure we're actually getting this done, we will flip them and we should be good. They'll be forced to take a turn to suffer here. There we go. This should be enough turns for us to actually make this work, combat-wise. Yep, they're forced to turn around and chase after us. Do a sharp turn, no less. And with our shields, we should actually be able to handle it with relative ease. Alright, there you go.
Another victory for the Von Valancius dynasty.
Alright, there we go. And at least with this save, it'll be arguably easier to deal with that. But anyways. And we need a load again, because obviously that happened. I can save to make it a little easier to deal with the Xenos, but yeah, other than that, we should be fine. At least with this, we can reload as needed, but I digress. Oh, whoops. I did not load it properly. Whatever, it's fine. It doesn't matter. The only difference is that I just go ham on the attacks here. We should be good. There we go.
Breach in the enemy shield has been revealed.
Well, I'm gonna save here, I guess. Here we go. Okay, and with this, if we save, the plasma torpedoes are the last thing on our mind, so that'll save us from having to worry about it, and we can just skip our turn. The missiles will have to, we'll have to wait for every missile, you know, barrage to go past, but small price to pay for this to work.
Another victory of 2 great dynasties, Lord Captain.
Here we go. And let's hope we get the proper successes here. Or at least the proper terms here. Alright. There we go. We can accept them on board the ship. I think that's literally the best thing that we can do, next to granting them provisions of medicine. The Aeldari accept their fate with coarse humility. They do not resist, but neither do they appear uplifted by their rescue. They see their stay on the monkey ship as an imprisonment, filled with uncertainty about what awaits them next. After a few watches, the Xenos' suspicions are validated. The presence of the outsider who filled the lower decks are perceived by ordinary people as an invasion of godless mutants. Shouting prayers to the Emperor, they rush this depressurized compartment containing the Xenos, alongside those who were touched by the filth of the unclean. The horrible news shakes Yerlet. She blames herself for the deaths of her kin and regrets the hatred of the monkey towards her kind. Yeah, no. We're gonna hunt those responsible. Yerlet can only shake her head. Monkey's deaths will not bring back her kin. Monkey deaths will not bring back her kin to life. It will only spread even greater hatred, and the gap between human and Aeldari will grow even wider. Sometime after, Yerlet comes to Lord Captain, haggard, still holding on to hope. She says that she came aboard the monkey vessel and set off into the darkness in hopes of finding her kin, but only found corpses slaughtered by humanity's hatred. And though she and the captain were not always in agreement, the Aeldari still tried to lend a helping hand. In gratitude, as she promised, she shares the coordinates of her kin's cache. Well, it's not the best outcome, but it's... yeah. There's literally no good outcome there, as much as I hate... as much as I want to try and help the Aeldari there's no good outcome. So, it sucks to suck, but, yeah. It's such a vast situation, I don't know. It's such a situation. Well, I tried to resolve it at least, whatever.
Let us purge
Things
your
happen.
enemies, rogue trader.
The Draknari have blocked some of your flagship's posts using unknown Xenos power. Your crew will control these posts in several rounds. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So our class of frigate is going ham. And now it's our turn. Okay. So this Sigil class destroyer woke up. Okay. We're gonna go for the dorsal cannon, I guess. Deal with the Sigil class destroyer here with some significant damage. Okay, let's throw a missile here. Alright, we're gonna move here. By doing this, we should have a clear line of sight on this one. Yep. Alright, we'll do a significant blast here. Alright, we're gonna move all the way up to here. Like so. Okay, from here we are just going to do a warp wave and force them to turn. There we go. Now they're in a position where it's going to be very inconvenient for them. Now the missiles are going to have a bit of a rough time, but, you know, it's fine. We got a sword class frigate that's really doing wonders for us. And the Sigil class destroyer is going to have a rough time, to say the least, but I digress. Yep, that Cyrix frigate is having some trouble. But overall, we're coming quite well in. Or we're doing quite well. We lose our missiles, but whatever. Small trade. And that Cyrix frigate is doing some trouble, but, you know, we'll be fine. Alright, let's destroy this Sigil class destroyer here a little bit. Alright. Man, we missed that. Okay, let's go here. If we go one block, we won't be able to do that. We need to go 2 blocks forward here. But if we go 2 blocks, we get the chance to kill this one. There we go.
No mercy for the enemies
All right.
of humanity.
Now, if we go here, we can then do a shallow jump here. Bada boom. It seems like we've got... Yeah, no, we got everybody. Okay, never mind. The only thing left is the Sigil class destroyer, which is arguably going to be the easiest to deal with. And aside from the missiles that are going to try and chase after us, we should be fine. Yep, the sword class frigate is just going to basically go ham here. And there you go. Combat's over. And yeah, these leech torpedoes are going to have no chance of chasing after us, so yeah. There they go. Absolutely tried their best. Oh, they've managed to land a hit on the sword. Or sword class frigate, but
Unsophisticated victory.
it's dealt. It's dealt and done with. There we go. Pretty easy combat overall. Alright, let's investigate here, see what we find. Do a bit of scan. We find the mirror. Oh god. Now this is probably one of the few things I'm not going to pick up. The planet is devoid of even the most primitive forms of life. However, the crew has made a quite strange anomaly. A mirror lying right in the center of a huge crater. A completely ordinary mirror in a frame. By all appearances, in pristine condition. Destroy it. The crew blasts the crater, raising a cloud of dust that blocks the auger array. Confirming the mirror's destruction is impossible, for the time being. It could not survive such a powerful explosion. Definitely not. Yeah, no, that is a monstrous mirror. You do not want to touch it. You'll understand why. Well, it's pretty evident why, but, make sure it's destroyed. That's all I can say. You do not want to deal with it. You do not want to touch it. You do not want to play with it. Don't pick it up. I assure you it's not worth the time. Oh, we've leveled up, thus. We've managed to level up on this. A vigilant member of the auger crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no sign of being crewed. Let's send out a boarding shuttle. The squad bombarded the vessel without issue. Erosion had laid waste to the ship's system, which led to the death of the entire crew. The interior is full of Aeldari corpses. No weapons were found on board, and the dead Xenos, judging by their clothing, were not part of any war cast. Merely a crew of now-defunct ship. The Xenos Yerlet claims to have recognized the symbol on the dead Aeldari's clothes. They were civilian refugees from the craft world Krunark. That sucks. Well, at least we discovered the situation there before things got a bit more awry. And with that, we can now go over to Nola Septum, I suppose. This is a safe warp, so we can go here, I suppose. We'll chart a new route. I do believe this allows us to warp here with ease. Before we go any further, we are going to level up here. Because we have managed to level up to our next level here. And as a result, what we are immediately going to be going for is... we can use both the heroic act of the Arc Militant's archetype and the heroic act of the warrior or soldier archetype in a single combat. This basically allows us to use steady superiority alongside our other combat ability, which is going to make us more accurate. So, might as well get 2 heroic acts in a turn rather than 1. It's a really good ability, to say the least. Alright, we're going to visit, we're going to explore this charter system, and then we will make our way over to Kiava Gamma, being our last stop of the journey. My god, is this a long-winded journey, though, to say the least. We got a high-value amount of Promethium. We don't need Promethium, unfortunately. If it were literally anything more rare, we would go for it, but alas. We've got a hive city here. I guess we can check this out while we're here. Just save to make sure we're not gonna ruin ourselves a little bit. It's hard to tell what's more impressive, the grotesque grandeur of this place or its extreme toxicity. Better to avoid the, toxic world as best as we can, and we'll go from there. Alright, we've visited here, which gives us some more adamantine. We might as well set up an extractum. I do believe that does help us with some of our ship stuff, so might as well. Alright, colony management. Let's see. What do we got here? Alright, we've got the supplies needed for a shrine, or we can go with Drusus's footsteps, which requires more people and more mechanisms. I believe I wanted to go for the Accuser of Sin, because the Hammer of Epiphany doesn't really help us too much. Aside from the Thunderslam, though, to be fair. All damage dealt with this when this weapon pushes an enemy is increased by 100%. Huh. The only alternative is Indris's footsteps. Okay, let's see. I mean, we've got... Yeah, the only thing we're lacking is the mechanisms and people, so we could focus on that, or we could go for a shrine. The Hammer of Epiphany is a pretty good item, though, for us. Actually, no, it's not. The Roaring Thunder is actually way better. So we're gonna wait on that. Let's warp travel over to Krennic. And, this is the last thing. We're gonna chart new routes. And before we do anything, what we are gonna do is we are going to set up a connection to Mundus Valentius. I do believe. Yeah, Mundus Valentius has Dargonus, which is exactly what we want. And we are going to make this route safe. This will allow us to basically jump to Krennic as much as we need to, because this is where Kiava Gamma is. And it helps us get around the planets, so you might as well just connect every core planet to your subplanets. You'll understand why soon, but there is importance while doing this. Regardless, we are done. Lord Captain, according to telemetry, we are in the system of Kiava Gamma, the main industrial world of the Valentius dynasty. However, our astropaths report that attempts to contact Governor Gatprak has been unsuccessful. But wait. Lord Captain, new report. Kiava Gamma is sending a request to exchange data. Should we accept it? Reply with our own request. As you command, Lord Captain. The Voxmaster switches to a nearby comm channel to relay your instructions to the crew. For several minutes, nothing happens. Lord Captain, reporting. The Manufactorum is ignoring all of our requests and continues to send us its own. The longer we do not accept their messages, the stronger and more persistent the incoming signals become. I've never seen anything like... Suddenly, a deafening screech erupts on the bridge's Vox systems. You hear a violent tirades of jarbled binary code, like the low chuckles of machinery. Lord Captain. Interference detected on the compartments of the Vox system. Looks like the bridge is cut from the rest of the void ship. Hmm. God. You know what? I'm gonna take a small 5-minute break. I'm gonna grab a drink. Well, maybe not even 5 minutes. I'm gonna take a minute break, grab a drink, and then I'll be right back. I will be back with you shortly so I can read this. See you guys in a bit. Start of picked recording. I'm back, by the way. The Void Ship Bridge. Sounds of working cogitators and officers' footsteps. The everyday scene is interrupted by an ear-splitting beeping sound, followed by lumens going out. In the dim glow of candles and emergency lights, one of the officers in frame cries out. Another falls to her knees, clutching her head. Over the beeping of voxes, shouts can only just be heard. What's going on? The doors are all locked. We've lost contact with all compartments. One of the bridge officers turned to the throne. Lord Captain, the Vox stations are malfunctioning and overloading the system. None of our outgoing transmissions are getting through. The incoming ones that do make it through are distorted beyond interception. The Lord Captain gives the order to continue sending orders from the bridge and request status updates from the other compartments. The officer salutes and hurries over to the bridge of Vox's systems, to the Vox Master, who is leaning over her station. Moments later, a cry of surprise. Lord Captain, our transmissions are being distorted as we speak. Depressurize the lower bays. Execute Adeptus of the Machine Cult. Disable the life support systems. If even one command gets out, Vorg gives the order to... Let's assign officers to all control systems to execute a manual transmission override, and send orders to others' compartments on paper. The rogue trader gathers the senior officers and assigns each one of the ship's control systems. One monitor of the comm line, another prepares written orders, the Vox Master unit sets up an internal communication system via comm beads. The crew's efforts are expedient and well coordinated, and within moments, servo skulls carrying instructions from the Lord Captain are divvying into the ventilation shaft, and vanishing into the gloom. Scrap code. The voice belongs to the on-deck engineer, who had turned to the Lord Captain from his station. We've been attacked with scrap code. A tech heresy designed to corrupt machines. Transmission received from the planet was infected with this taint. It's now running through the ship's veins. Omnissiah, preserve us. The Voidborn officer appears before the Lord Captain once more. Whatever that it is that's attacking us, we have a backup procedure that can circumvent the Vox barrier. And the atrium leading to the bridge. There's a terminal for an isolated system that might still be unaffected. A loud pop. The pipes over the officer's head burst, and a blast of hot air flings the Voidborn away from the Lord Captain. His bloody his body slamming straight through a cogitator's panel. The pick frame spins uncontrollably. The servo skull was jolted by the gust. The pick recorder fogs over, and the Vox picking up the crackling of the electricity and a death cry. Gas on the bridge! A junior attendant shouts and instantly doubles over, inhaling the poisoned air. Alright. Evacuate. The rogue trader personally oversees the evacuation. Bring the plasma cutters. Get the wounded to the exit. The officers repeat his orders. When the servo skull following the rogue trader reaches the doors, they fall to the plasma cutters and crumble outward. The rogue trader is the last to leave the bridge. Leaning on the support beam, the rogue trader takes several deep breaths, trying to flush his lungs with air. Then he straightens, smooths his uniform, and heads towards the goal known only to him. The servo skull follows. The atrium is in a state of panic. Silhouettes skitter around in the dark hall, illuminated only by the flickering of emergency lumens. Curt orders and someone's furbished words of prayer can be heard. Having lost all communication, the beheaded ship is writhing in agony. It takes a while for the Lord Captain to find the cogitator mentioned by the fallen old officer. The panel of the isolated terminal is riddled with cracks and bloodstains, and on the floor by the terminal, a tech priest is lying in a heap, with the head smashed and his technical liquids mixed with the blood oozing out of his pores. The Lord Captain decides to take his chances at restoring the terminal. The rogue trader enters a sequence of commands into the terminal. The machine goes dark for a few seconds and whirs. The screen fills with ender streams and lights up again. The control panel responds to the Lord Captain's requests, warning about the critical situation on the lowermost decks of the ship. Let's descend to the lower decks himself. As soon as the Lord Captain takes a couple of steps, Idara grabs his sleeve, her eyes wide, staring off into space. Darkness! Darkness is waiting in the lower bays. The darkness is lying. It beckons, it promises truth, but instead of truth, it's all pain and suffering and fear. Idara continues to speak in a hushed voice, trying to persuade the Lord Captain not to believe the mad cogitator, possessed by something foreign and malicious. Let's follow Idara's advice. The walk to the bridge is uneventful. The crisis passed, although wounded and crippled, the ship nevertheless is returning to its normal operation. Life on the bridge is as bustling as ever. Even though the people are surrounded by destruction, the senior officers have the situation under control, and the people have been organized. The emergency crew has already finished repairing the pipes, the technomats are setting up cogitators and consoles, and the healers are barring up what few corpses there are, and examining the wounded. By the comm station, the rogue trader runs to the Voxmaster. Praise the Emperor, you're in one piece, Lord Captain. The situation on board is satisfactory. I was just in the middle of setting up comm channels. Soon all the Voxcasters will be fully operational. Another man appears in the pick frame, a junior officer completely out of breath, carrying a heap of scrolls. The Voxmaster nods to him. Ah, here are the reports, Lord Captain. If you find yourself able to return to your station, I can immediately give you a rundown on the state of affairs on the ship. End of pick recording. Lord Captain, the Voxmaster's voice is quivering with exhaustion. The situation has been brought under control, more or less. It will take some time to eliminate the consequences of the attack completely, but the vessel is capable of motion. We may even be able to conduct a warp jump if you feel we should leave the system. Allow me to bring you up to date. Fortunately, the bridge suffered only minor losses. The reports mention only a few casualties that have already been replaced. Kiava Gamma went silent after transmitting that harmful signal. I will refrain from sending inquiries to the industrial world to avoid a second attack. I'm afraid we've exhausted our options for remote analysis. More information can only be attained by closing the distance, or even sending an away party to that planet's surface. The Vox clicks as Heinrich joins the channel. The time has come to remind you about our agreement, Vorg. I must be present in your entourage during your expedition to Kiava Gamma. I am counting on your cooperation. The crew is awaiting further instructions, Lord Captain. Alright. With that, I do believe we are good to go. We just need to deal with the unknown ships that have barred the way, apparently. But other than that, we should be fine. It's just a few enemies, nothing too crazy, I do believe. We should be fine if we do, if we push our way through. We've got an exploratory area, so we can check that out, I suppose. And we will deal with the unknown ships first, and then we'll probably wrap things up. But we'll see. The whole planet is marked on Von Valencia's protectorate charts as Alti, and serves as a backup source of water for the habitable worlds of neighboring systems. Due to the abundance of bacteria proliferating in the Alti hyperspace, the extraction of ice was stopped half a century ago. But much to your officer's surprise, the augurs detected an unidentified mining rig deep underground. Presumably, the excavation is aimed at extracting clay minerals near the planet's core, enriched with iron and other metals. Let's contact the rock station. The extraction turns out to be Incendia Clorda's latest investment, whose demesne is located just within a few jumps from the Cranic system. While the world is of little value to the Von Valencia's dynasty, your officers see this gesture as an attempt to test the boundaries of the newly minted rogue trader's leniency. We're going to keep the extractum for ourselves, with all the workers and servitors. Your people will easily assume control, as the frightened workers and a token security crew do not even attempt to resist. The extractum's machines are restarted shortly after, and the amassed containers filled with the precious ore are delivered to the flagship's cargo hold. You guys shouldn't have been, hunting on our territory, period. It's an insult, to say the least. And the fact that you're so close to heresy, no less, and didn't even bother to clear it out is, quite concerning. The fact that I'm just surprised at that more than anything. The fact that she did that is, gonna anger me. At least a little bit. Regardless.
Finally, some real action.
Alright, so we've got a bunch of Infidel and Iconoclast class destroyers. Bunch of stuff, basically, put simply. I guess we're going to need to go here. Yeah, it's not like we can do much. So what we're going to do is we're going to go this direction here. Face our way this way. We are not close enough to fire that, but we can certainly fire this, I suppose. There we go. We are going to activate all hands on deck here to give ourselves a bunch of missiles to work with. There we go. So at very least we got torpedoes up the wazoo. We can do a flip here, I suppose. There we go. Do some damage. It's not going to be a lot, but that's perfectly fine. We are going to take the chance to bury ourselves forward way, facing. And we should let the rest of the enemies come towards us. These guys are going to have a bit of a rough time, to say the least, but thankfully because of our barrier and our wise choice to put it straight in front of us, we're going to get a lot of missiles out, I imagine. Regardless, the missiles are going to go ham, to say the least. Ow. At least we've got immense amounts of barriers covering our front, so we should be good. Yeah, there they go. Sword class frigate's gonna go ham, but other than that, we should be fine. We should have the healing supply to at least handle this, so we should be fine. Alright, the frigate's going ham now. Let's do this. Alright, nice. Alright, this one is going to slide up here. Gonna blow up on, I guess we can go on the class raider here. Doom. We're gonna have this missile start making its way over to the Iconoclast destroyers here, I suppose. And this one is going to go straight for this one. Destroy that one. Okay. Let's start by doing a burst here. There we go. Alright, now that we've set this up, we can now set up the missiles here. We won't be getting much distance here, but that's fine. We move here. If we warp ourselves a bit forward, we should be fine. We could also shift our movement, but I don't think that's going to help us. So if we warp here, this will allow for significant movement and deal a blow here. There we go. We will use a torpedo control here to go move our plasma torpedoes a bit further. We can do this to at least deal with some of the damage here. How is our HP on one front? Okay, doing quite well. We're gonna need a shield on the starboard side, because these guys are gonna start moving our way. Yep, as expected. Okay, they're doing some serious damage, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, these guys are gonna just do their thing, as expected. And the sword class frigate is just gonna go ham, as expected. Okay, we're gonna go over here with this missile. Just gonna blow this one up. There we go. This one's gonna move all the way up here. This one's gonna move all the way up here. There we go. And this one's just gonna slide up here, go boom. And it's actually gonna deal with the melted torpedoes here. Alright, let's just deal with the corrupted melted torpedoes, I suppose. Why not, right? There we go. Let's do a new heading just to make sure we're actually getting these hits off. At least. There we go. There we go. That's all the missiles done.
All clear. Congratulations, Lord
For all that, we get a level up. We get some more scrap parts. We get scraps. We get parts. Things that will help us level up, essentially. Nothing too crazy. And for that, we have basically gotten ourselves onto Kiava Gamma. So that's good. We will save ourselves here. And we're going to go on to Kiava Gamma. Let's begin our scan here. And with that, we don't have to bring anybody else with us, but I do believe Pascal actually has some lore here, if we, give him the chance. But before we go on, let me just check the things here. 1 second. We need to find the Aeldari cache. That is another thing. Let's see, what else? Check the Lord Captain's cogitator on the bridge. Okay. Critical chat. Yep, check the Lord Captain's cogitator on the bridge. That is another thing. Find hidden cache on Kiava Gamma. Alright. Complete the development project to the highest difficulty for any colony. Yeah. Alright. I think we are going to wrap it up here, honestly. I've managed to stream quite a bit today, so I might as well just take it easy. For next stream, what's going to happen is we are going to start our raid on Kiava Gamma. Our goal is to basically take Heinrichs with us. I'm probably going to also bring, I'm going to bring another individual along with us. I'm probably going to bring our good friend Pascal, because there is good reason for it. It's lore-wise more than anything. But there is a reason I'm bringing him. There is going to be a reason, and it's going to help us a lot in the future if we do bring him, because I do believe he will be tested for these sort of things in the future. But I digress. I'm going to wrap it up here. We've managed to do quite a lot, and yeah, we're going to get quite far in the game, I'd say. But yeah, all that and more shall be done next stream. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.